Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very excited to be here with you today at this International Symposium on Xenakis, organized by the Department of Music Studies of the University of Athens, together with the Friends of the Xenakis Association, the Université Paris 8, Artec, Musidance, the University of the Peloponnese, the University of Thessaloniki, and in collaboration with the Universities of Ioannina and Thessaly. Today, we are honoring Xenakis' birth centennial. Xenakis, as you know, is a Greek composer, but it has a universal stature. It is a multi-dimensional artist, one of the most exceptional of our times, and one also of the most avant-garde personalities of the previous century. It is also still a creator with a huge influence and impact on the way we perceive not only music, but all the different disciplines in which he got involved. Actually, this symposium, I think, is very important because it actually delves into this multidisciplinarity of Xenakis' work, and that is what characterizes him, and this is what I think it's worth exploring further. So, as you know, science and art were the two poles that defined his work. From architecture to mathematics, from physics to philosophy, not just an inspiration to his work, but actually as components, integral components of all of his creation throughout his life. And this, mind you, happened at a time way before this emerging trend that we're experiencing today of having interdisciplinary and interscientific, interacademic exploration of the arts or sciences. We are actually, at the Ministry of Culture, now creating for the first time an organization, a new organization, that part of its mandate is actually to explore this relationship between art and technology, and at a scientific but also at a creative level. And actually this is happening way after Xenakis first captured these notions. As Manos Hatzidakis, a Greek composer, said, Xenakis had the courage to ignore the musical tradition of 100 years, to ignore music from the Renaissance onwards, and to reposition himself with all the strength of the genuine Greek spirit and give us music, obviously not the music we inherited or the music we're used to. This is something that requires immense courage and also a vision, something that still, I think, inspires everyone who studies and explores his work. For this reason, I salute this initiative by the musical department of the University of Athens to organize this symposium and shed light on all different aspects of the work of Yannis Xenakis, as this work is still open to new approaches. It is very, very topical in today's fragmented world that seeks to overcome its limitations and find harmony at a new level. And to quote Xenakis, it's a quote that actually I find it very inspiring, and I think these are words to live by. Greek artists must be innovative and enterprising. They must create works of universal importance. Only this way they can actually stand up, and this takes strength and guts. I really want to thank everyone who contributed to this symposium. The Ministry of Culture is proud to be supporting this. It's part of a broader initiative of activities to honor this centennial, from concerts that we are co-organizing with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in different cities around the world. For example, there's a concert in Tallinn, Estonia, coming up, to exhibitions that we're planning to here in Athens in collaboration with major institutions like the Philharmonie in Paris. So thank you all for contributing to this symposium, and I wish you to have a fruitful conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yatromanolakis, for this information about the next 2 years on Xenakis event. And now we have greetings from Phileas Chaldeakis, the rector of the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens.
Honorable Rector of the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, Honorable Deputy Minister of Culture and Sports, Honorable Vice Rector of the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, dear Head of the Department of Music Studies of the School of Philosophy of the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, dear colleagues, distinguished guests, honorable members of the academic community, dear students, dear friends, I'm delighted to welcome you to the commencement of the Xenakis 22 International Symposium. This symposium is being held once more at the homeland of the top-level intellectual and composer. Although musical creation is in a relentless state of evolution, the fact that the musical thinking of Yannis Xenakis is always at the forefront is impressive. It continues to spark debates, enrich research, and inspire the creative process. Xenakis introduced probability in music. He explored the association of music with architecture, announced the blending of art and science through technology, and referred to ancient theories and ideas. At the same time, he introduced sounds from all over the world in a creative way, efficiently broke new ground in both instrumental and electronic music, and renewed the notion of rhythm. He also explored the emerging at the time field of multimedia and theorized the relationship between micro and macro structure. All this took place within a half-century European course, setting off from the Greek Civil War and spanning the technocratic reconstruction of Europe, the utopic 70s, and the conservative turn that followed. The texts of Yannis Xenakis constitute a significant legacy, not only because of the broadness of topics, but also due to the solutions and proposals stemming from them. His outlook on Greek tradition as a driver of awakening and essential rejuvenation of musical creation is of particular interest. He specifically underlines in one of his texts the following remarks: the young Greek composer must let go of the counterpoint they have learned and re-immerse themselves into the problematics of technique, looking into the masterpieces of folk music. Critical conscience will make them look for expressive and structural means in the demotic and ecclesiastical music on the one hand, and in groundbreaking discoveries on the other. They will be listening the voice of Greece with one ear and to the voice of Europe with the other. They will create an idiosyncratic musical language of their own, which will set off from the Greek colors and meet the production of European scientific musical thinking. Only thus will they be able to untie the knot of the multiple musical conflicts, actively, consciously. Ladies and gentlemen, I salute the initiative taken by all stakeholders involved in today's event, and I'm looking forward to being updated on the new scientific findings stemming from the musical contribution of the great Greek composer. At the same time, I'm very happy because this International Music Symposium does not limit itself to theoretical explorations, but it aims at showcasing music itself. The concerts included in the program will bring us into contact with the creative process itself. I congratulate all scientists and artists participating in this creative effort and wholeheartedly wish great success to the Symposium's works. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Chaliadakis. Now we have the greetings from Xenakis 22 Symposium chairs, of course, Professor Anastasia Georgaki from National and Kapodistrian University of Athens.
Your Honor, the Rector of the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, Your Honor, the Deputy of Minister of Culture and Sports, Your Honor, the Vice Rector of the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, Your Honor, the Dean of the School of Philosophy, dear deans, dear colleagues, dear students, but first of all, dear special invited professors, researchers, and students, you are welcome to the Centenary International Symposium Yannis Xenakis here in Athens. In 3 days, if Xenakis were alive, should be 100 years old. 29 of May. This day we will visit Mykonos. In this international symposium, we celebrate the centenary of Yannis Xenakis. Yannis Xenakis, the composer, scientist. Yannis Xenakis, the composer, philosopher. Yannis Xenakis, the composer, architect. Yannis Xenakis, the composer, technologist. Yannis Xenakis, the composer, mathematician. And also Yannis Xenakis, the fighter of the resistance. And Yannis Xenakis, who will be the symbol of democracy and universality. This year, as you know, worldwide, there are a lot of manifestations, symposia, concerts over the 5 continents on the music of Yannis Xenakis. We are so delighted to welcome you here in Athens at the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, who has already organized a symposium in 2005 for the memory of Yannis Xenakis, 4 years after his death. And we have organized that with the University Montpellier, where my colleague Makis Solomos used to be, and now we organize that again with the University, Paris 8, and with the soul of the symposium, Makis Solomos. This symposium is organized under the auspices of the Ministry of Culture and Sports, as also in collaboration with the National and Technical University of Athens, the University of Thessaloniki, the University of Thessaly, and the University of Ioannina. But first of all, the symposium is organized by the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, Les Amis de Xenakis, and the University Paris 8, as also with the University of Peloponnese. The conference is composed of multiple events, and I would like to say that for this rich program, many people have worked, and first of all, our students. The first day, yesterday, was devoted to the Xenakis during resistance, and we had a performance and lectures at the National and Technical University of Athens. Almost 300 people followed this event, and I think that our invited from abroad learned a little bit the history of Xenakis during the resistance, and maybe they have understood in which way he has started to compose his polytopes, first of all. Today, till Friday, we have a full-day conference with parallel sessions and workshops here and at the School of Philosophy, as also concerts that will take place at the Conservatory of Athens and at the alternative stage of the National Opera. The last part of the conference will be hosted by the Department of Performing and Digital Arts at the University of Peloponnese at Nafplion, under the direction of the Professor Marina Gojamani, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, we will experience the polytopic aspects of the work of Yannis Xenakis through scientific sessions, but also we will follow a path to Mykines for the remembrance of the polytop Mykines 1978. Yannis Xenakis revolutionized the music of the 20th century, as is said, and raised bridges between different universes. He raised bridges between the antiquity and the modern era as he rediscovered the hidden and neglected relationship between music and science. He raised bridges and practiced the tradition of the continuum between the past and the present, the Occident and the Orient, the electronic music through the orchestral sound, the orchestral with the electronic sound, the horos and the chronos, the sound and the light, the microcosmos and the macrocosmos. In his writings, at the article Verin Metamusique, towards a metamusic, where he mentions also the continuity between the Byzantine music and ancient music. And like that, he is one of the first musicologists, I could say, that links this tradition of the past and brings it to our days through his music. He says, "I believe that music today could surpass itself by research into the outside time category, which has been atrophied and dominated by the temporal category. Moreover, this method can unify the expression of fundamental structures of all Asian, African, and European music. It has a considerable advantage. Its mechanization, hence, tests and models of all sorts can fend into composers which will effect a great progress into the musical science." So we can say also that Xenakis is a pioneer of computer-aided composition. And I would like to say that for us, Xenakis is a fire of knowledge, and it will be for the next generation. You will enjoy all these aspects at this symposium, where you rediscover multiple phases of the composer. I would like to tell you that the proceedings of the symposium are already online at the site of Yannis Xenakis, and you can download them. Just to finish, I would like to present the hidden heroes of this conference. First of all, I would like to congratulate my colleague, the Professor Makis Solomos from Paris 8, who is the leader of the Xenakian community, and the other three members of the organizing program committee, Elsa Kirchoglu from the University of Thessaly, Dimitris Exarchos from the University of Ioannina, Areti Andreopoulou, who is really the heart of the conference, assistant professor at our department, who who is doing everything, program committee and technical manager with our students. And Iacovos Steinhauer, who is assistant professor in aesthetics in the program committee. Thank you. I would like also to congratulate the Music and Media Committee of the conference, Professor Marina Gojamani from the University of Peloponnese for organizing a students' workshop in Nafplion, where 11 universities and many students will make a tribute to Yannis Xenakis with media works on Sunday. Congratulations, Marina. Congratulations to Orestis Karamanlis and Dimitris Maronidis and Alexandros Evklidis. Orestis Karamanlis and Dimitris Maronidis, yesterday they have created a very extraordinary sound walk from the school L'École Française to the place that Xenakis was grounded. It was very original. Congratulations. I would like to say many thanks to the scientific committee, special thanks to our sponsors, and especially the Ministry of Culture and Sports. Congratulations to the musicians that have taken part of this symposium. Yesterday we had the choir from Paris that has sung Nuit de Xenakis, Soli Tutti, the choir from the University of Athens, and today we have excellent musicians that will play Zia, Angelica Kathariou, who is associate professor at the University of Macedonia, Natalia Gerakis, Apostolos Pallios, and Pavlos Adoniadis. All of them hold the PhD. They're excellent musicians and excellent performers. I would like also to thank our students, which are the students not only from the University of Athens, but from the University Paris 8. There are around 15 people that help for the technical assistance, for the program committee, for everything, for the video. And so we organize a conference with our own students. This is excellent, and we devote the symposium to them, because they are the future. And at the end, I would like to thank very much Maki Xenakis and the association Les Amis de Xenaki for helping us organizing the symposium. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much all the people that have helped for this organization. There are more than 30, and enjoy the conference.
There is no words to thank you, Anastasia Georgaki. So now we are going to Professor Makis Solomos from Université Paris 8 from Paris. Okay. Okay. And unfortunately, Maki Xenakis, she couldn't be here this morning. So Maki Solomos will say some words for her. Thank you. Behalf of her.
Dear colleagues from the University of Athens, dear colleagues from abroad, dear students, dear friends, dear Xenakis friends, here comes the important moment in the context of Xenakis Centenary, where we will, of course, listen to his music, but also discuss his work, both from a musical or architectural, from an analytical or aesthetic, from historical or political point of view, and etc. This is the moment of our international symposium. It's time for a great symposium, a little bit crazy, that we have imagined to bring together not only Xenakis specialists, but also those who are working on Xenakis for the first time, and we hope those who are just discovering Xenakis' creativity. With Anastasia Yorgaki and her incredible energy, with the first Xenakis specialists that are now Greek academics, Dimitris Erxachos and Elsa Kyourtsoglou, with colleagues from the University of Athens, Areti Andreopoulou, Iakovos, Stenheimer, Orestis Karamanlis, with Maria Konzamani, Alexandros Evklidis, Dimitris Maronidis, but also with the collaboration of many partners, such as the French School of Athens, the Archives of Contemporary Social History, the Polytechnic University, the Onassis Foundation, the Opera Scene, also with the help of an important scientific committee, including musicologists, performers, technology specialists, architects, also with the help of Machi Xenakis, and finally with the important help of students, and no doubt of many other people and institutions, we imagined a rather crazy symposium ending on Xenakis' birthday at the site of Mykines, where Xenakis made a polytope. We were struck by the large number of proposals, papers, or workshops that we received after the call for papers and workshops, more than 100. We excluded about 20 that were not in the subject. Note, please, that these proposals show the importance of Xenakis' reception as people, even if they didn't have anything special to say about Xenakis, wanted to be part of the festivities. The scientific committee refused only 15 of the other proposals because perhaps they were still in the beginning of their knowledge about Xenakis' work. So finally, we have 53 communication and 11 workshops, which is a huge number for a single composer. Xenakis studies, if we can call as such, exist now since many years. The first studies on Xenakis in the 70s followed his writings and spoke principally about his processes of formalization, about his uses of mathematics, and so on. Xenakis himself was doing like that. Then came a second phase of Xenakis studies, the moment where scholars discover the importance of other elements in his work, such energy, rhythm, recycling, ecological and not postmodern, sound, etc. A little less than 20 years ago, just after Xenakis' death in 2001, a third phase began with the opening of the archives. Today, we may be living the beginning of a fourth phase of Xenakis studies, as will probably show this symposium, and this for two reasons. First, with the opening of Xenakis studies widely to the international community. Note, please, that the participants of this symposium come, I counted them, 22 countries. To quote all these countries with alphabetical order inside continents, we have persons and workshops from, first, Africa, South Africa, one country. Australia, which is a country. C, Latin America, Brazil, very present in this symposium. D, North America, Canada and United States. E, Asia, Hong Kong, Iran, Turkey. And finally, Europe, Austria, Belgium, France, Germany, Greece, Great Britain, Holland, Italy, Portugal, Romania, Russia, Slovenia, Spain, and Switzerland. second element, inviting the opening of a fourth phase of Xenakis studies, we will probably see the emergence of new issues during the discussions. I'm not going to expand further. I'm sure we will have a great time. Enjoy this symposium.
Thank you very much, Makis.
So, Maki Xenakis normally had to speak about the collaboration of Les Amis de Xenakis, Xenakis friendship. If you are not inscribed, you have to be Xenakis friends. You will receive many information, etc. In fact, she wanted to be there and to be always there in the symposium. And I tell her that you are not obliged to be there all the time because people will think that you are surveying them what is telling. So finally she decided, as she's here with her family, her husband David and her three childs, Ulysse, Gaia, Maya. You see the symbology of the names. They are going to Aegina to have to swim. They will come to the concert tonight. I think it's good for them. That's it.
Thank you very much. And now we are moving forward to the concert of this morning. So we have Zia of 1952, performed by Αγγελική Καθαρίου, Ναταλία Γεράκη, and Apóstolos Παλιός. Now we have the pleasure to welcome Pavlos Antoniadis, international pianist, who is going to perform Evriali of 1973. Thank you. Thank you, Pavlos, for this incredible performance. And now we are going to listen to a air, Hommage à Ravel of 1987. Thank you.